Now only the choicest of soldiers were selected. They were very mean, very tough. No smiles ever crossed their lips. Their message to everyone was to go to their hometown, be counted, and knowing that many travelers would come his way, the innkeeper began preparations for his inn. He swept the floors, he readied his rooms, and he made sure there was plenty of food. He even took care of the animals that lived in the stable outside his inn. All in God's perfect timing, the angel Gabriel was sent to a town in Galilee named Nazareth. He had a message for a girl promised in marriage to a man named Joseph. The girl's name was Mary. When the angel appeared to her, Mary was troubled by his greeting. Mary was troubled by his greeting. But the angel said to her, "Peace be with you. The Lord has blessed you. God has been gracious to you. You will become pregnant and give birth to a son, and you will name him Jesus." So Joseph and Mary went from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Bethlehem in Judea, the birthplace of King David. Joseph went there because he was a descendant of David. Being weary from their travels, they stopped at the inn and asked the innkeeper if there was room for them to sleep. But the innkeeper said, but he directed them to stay in his stable in the back of his inn. That night, Mary gave birth to her firstborn son, laid him in clothes, wrapped him in clothes, and laid him in a manger. That night, an angel of the Lord appeared before the shepherds who were living in the fields. And with that angel, a multitude of the heavenly hosts proclaimed, Good news, good news. Jesus is born. Jesus is born is what they said. Good news, they kept proclaiming. The glory of the Lord shone around the angels, and the shepherds whom they appeared before were terrified. But the angels said to them, "Do not be afraid, for I am bringing you good news of great joy for all the people. You will find a baby wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger." So the shepherds hurried off to Bethlehem and found Mary and Joseph and saw the baby lying in the manger. They told Mary of what the angel had said about the child, and all who heard it were amazed at what the shepherds said. The fields that night were filled with many shepherds. And many, many more shepherds came. In the east there was a great star whose radiance shone brightly in the night sky. Its light could be seen by all and pointed to the place where Jesus was. King Herod heard rumor that it designated the place where a king of the Jews was born. So he called together his chief priests and asked them, "Where is this Messiah to be born?" They replied, "In the town of Bethlehem in Judea." After Jesus was born in Bethlehem, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem and asked, "Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star in the east and have come to worship him." And they were sent to Bethlehem, and the star they had seen in the east went ahead of them until it stopped over the place where the child was. And when they saw the child, they were overjoyed. They bowed and worshipped him and presented him gifts of trucks and gold and frankincense and myrrh. This is the story of the birth of our Savior. Boys and girls, parents, let's give them a hand of applause. Okay, everybody stand up, please. Everyone stand up, please. Malaysia. No. Parents, you may sit. I'm sorry. That was it. Although you did very well. I'm sorry. Okay, boys and girls, everybody standing. Let's say our poem, My Gift. 1, 2, 3. And our last song for the evening is We Wish You a Merry Christmas. applauses for them, please. Get out of the way. Yes, thank you. And a big thank you to Miss Nicole, our music enrichment leader. Thank you. Okay, boys and girls, sit down, please. Okay, what we're going to do, parents, is we're going to escort the children back to the classrooms. You are going to get to enjoy an original skit that is going to be pretty fascinating. You're going to enjoy it. While that's going on, we're going to take the kids back and change them back to their regular clothes. When everything is done here, you can come back to the classrooms, get them and bring them back, because who's coming here, guys? Santa Claus. Thank you again.
And now, an original play called Frozen. It's a cold winter's night during Christmas time. For this struggling family, the cold is not just in the air, but in their hearts as well. In their busy lives, they have forgotten what Christmas is about. The couple's children